Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I am Vince.
And this is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball Watch Along podcast. We are attempting to watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball that exists. We're doing it here on these here microphones. We're doing some improv comedy along the way based on our discussion and what we've watched. It's a good time.
Oh,
Buckle.
Yeah, that's right, baby. It's a good time. And go Eagles! Eagles won the Super Bowl! That's it. I got it out.
How many poles did you climb last night?
None. Philly fans, we knock them down, homie. We knock them down, and we take them to Wawa.
That pole thinks it's better than me because it's up high.
Screw you, and fuck Tom Brady.
But look, something we can all agree on.
Yeah, Tom Brady sucks. He's a real piece of shit.
Quit kissing.
That's right, Tom. I know you listen.
Quit kissing your kids on the mouth. They're too old for this.
Yeah, quit kissing your 11-year-old on the mouth.
No.
And leaving Giselle, you lunatic.
For one more season
for football. Ugh, what a guy.
Get out. But we'll never trade our wives for this podcast. That's a guarantee.
Don't be so sure. Yeah, no. Never in a million years.
I would be so mad. Came to me, Aaron, I got a divorce so I could podcast more.
After telling her I was definitely not going to podcast.
But we're podcasting now. That's what matters. Before we get into the meat of this auditory sandwich. I'm sorry, that's gross.
No, it's not. It's delicious.
Auditory sandwich?
Auditory sandwich. That's my new dad band.
Get ready for one song for 20 minutes. Here we go.
Capicola, salami, turkey, and the rest. Sorry, son, but I like looking at your mom's breasts.
Why are you apologizing to your son? Did he get on to you for it?
Yeah, he's Gen Alpha. He hates it.
Gross. Like, ugh. Lust in a man's heart.
I don't want to see it in my movie screens. I don't want to see it on my dad's face.
Why can't you just be friends with mom? She doesn't owe you anything. This is okay.
I can't wait till I have a child who does that to me. Hey, why are you kissing on mom so much?
Someone's gonna. It's out in the universe now. This is a very good sketch.
Yeah.
Of the Gen Alpha kid just trying to keep his parents from having sex.
Let's write it and send it to SNL. See if it gets on SNL 50.
Yeah. we got a few more weeks.
We got a few more weeks. Who do we cast? Who do we cast in that? Pete Davidson, obviously.
I feel like he's the dad. I feel like he's the dad in this situation.
Yes. No, obviously he's the dad, but who is he with?
I feel like if we're stunt casting, the child has to be Will Ferrell.
Perfect. Cut it and print it. Lauren signs on the day of.
And the mom,
the only sketch we're not cutting ever.
And the mom, Ego Woden, of course.
Of course.
If we're only getting one sketch on it, fuck. You gotta have Bo and Yang in there.
Well, Bo and Yang is grandpa who comes downstairs. Slaps Will Ferrell on the ass or something.
Yeah, the end of the sketch is Bo and Yang drop kicking Will Ferrell, saying, "Go fuck, son! Fuck like the wind! Hurry while he's down!"
I lubed up the bed.
I'll just be here with Fox News. My lover. This is good. You're laughing, so it's good.
This is good. And we look, and to round it out, the sketch closes, and like this is almost unnecessary, but we put Dave Chappelle in whiteface as a Fox News anchor.
I didn't care for this sketch at all.
Because the thing is, we have to give Lawrence something to cut, right? He's not going to cut the whole. He said, "I'm not cutting this sketch at all," but lose Chappelle. Then we get a 6th story out of it. How Dave Chappelle is forever our boy because we vouched for him in the room. Aaron and Vince, I love those two guys.
Like, I guess now in 2025, I guess it's okay. I don't know.
We brought him back. We brought him back to realness.
Here's what you need to joke about. Okay, the auditory sandwich is just sitting there.
Oh yeah, it's only getting sweaty.
The auditory sandwich, the sandwich that sweats. We before we can get into it, we have to do something called Kame housekeeping.
Oh, Aaron.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, my circle of salt. It's another look. It's another. We're such busy young men.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing another late night record.
Vince is so busy he forgot to put the seal up.
And Aaron looked away for half a second. No.
Sorry.
Okay, well, we're normal now.
We're normal now.
And we're going to do Kame housekeeping, a little something to make sure the listeners who have not shut it off yet know what's in store to get them ready for the podcast ahead. And the first part of Kame housekeeping is the world famous UN sanctioned Olympic Committee approved 1 minute roundup. Cheering sound. Yeah, woo,
woo, yeah. Woo! I love this sport, and I love my team.
I love my team. The opposite of your team.
Hey, you better not. You better not.
I say hooray for my team and boo on your team. I did do it.
Oh, you brought out the bad in me. Because I say pooey on your team and hip hip hooray for my team.
I'm flabbergasted by your rude behavior at the sport.
Here at the Sports Chalet, I'm going to tell you that your team is destined for mediocrity, while mine will live on in infamy in my heart.
Your team, though both teams have fine young men and women playing, it's an intramural sport. Your team has less innate ability than mine.
Whoa, careful, because I might just talk about the difference in our equipment.
Don't you dare!
And scene.
And we'll never say what that sport was.
No one will ever know.
But what you will know is that was the beginning of the 1 minute roundup. Surprise! It's a little improv scene Vince and I do to loosen or tighten our improv muscles. And it leads us into the 1 minute roundup proper, which is where one of us, this time Vince, has to summarize everything that we have covered in Dragon Ball thus far. All of the original Dragon Ball. 188 heart-wrenching, gut-busting, action-packed, saucy, sometimes episodes of Dragon Ball Z. so much ground to cover, and we do this so in case you're a new listener, you don't have to go back and listen to our old episodes, though several of you do, and we thank you. You don't have to go and watch a bunch of Dragon Ball again to get caught up. You're going to be ready for the latest and greatest episode. And all I have to do now is ask you, Vince, are you ready to round up?
YESIAM. Yes, I am.
I thought you were spelling Eagles.
like Philadelphia's mayor.
Mm-hmm.
What a joke of a city. Anyway, Philly sucks. But I am ready, Aaron, to round up, and here I go. So you collect 7 mystical orbs. You get to wish for anything you want. They're called the Dragon Balls. In this story, follows Goku, who's a little monkey boy. He grows up to be a big monkey man, and he fights a lot. He trains in martial arts. He becomes very, very good. He fights in Tenkaichi tournaments, which are world martial arts tournaments where he gets to show off his skills and fight against really cool and interesting guys and gals and people and monsters. Skip ahead. Goku as a kid, he's from space. He fights and dies. His friends fight and die. He has to go to space to get other Dragon Balls from a green planet to wish everybody back to life. Then he comes back after training a little bit in space. Then a guy from the future says, hey, take this pill or you're going to die of heart disease. These androids are going to come. But then there's a bug android that consumes all the other androids and becomes perfect. And then Goku has to fight him, but he's not really strong enough. But the person that is strong enough, because they've been training in the hyperbolic time chamber for a very long time, is Gohan, his son, who's 11 and he's super strong. But Gohan, he got brain poisoned by arrogance, and Cell got all big and was about to explode, but Goku stopped it.
Yeah. Do. Vince bot shut down.
Oh, the Vince voice machine has died.
Gotta crank it back up.
Boom, 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 boom. Put those Energizer batteries back in.
Yeah.
That was an ad in the Super Bowl
It
where
was?
Tom Brady ran out of batteries.
For what?
Yeah.
Batteries for what?
I don't know. Talking about how it's only fun to win and that who needs family when you've got Vince Lombardi trophies. I don't think that is not, I do not, oh God, I don't want to get on the wrong side of Tom Brady.
What's he going to do?
Hit me with a football so hard I'd probably die.
He's in Massachusetts, just aiming down,
like
down
like a howitzer. He's just like lining it up from so many miles away.
He's got a team doing the calculations for him. Elbow 2 more degrees, Mr. Brady.
Slight rotation to the west. Mm-hmm. Your target is in range. Fire.
Is the window open? Does it matter, sir?
It's a bunker buster.
We can now thank you for that wonderful roundup. I think a perfect summation, and it allows us to get on to the next part of Kame Housekeeping, where we inform you that Vince and I watched 2 different versions of the episode we're covering. I watched the original Japanese language with English subtitles. Vince watches the Funimation dubberino. And we do this because it is fun to compare and contrast the differences. Sometimes they are big, sometimes they are small, sometimes they are medium, and sometimes none at all. In the first, but
little Kendrick in you.
Very little. That wasn't a dig on his height. A man that you do not want to be in the crosshairs of is Kendrick Lamar.
We're firing shots across the bows of powerful people.
No. I want to make it very clear. But the first difference is usually the title. So Vince, will you please give us the title for your version of the episode?
I will, and I'll do it with a little bit of gusto because we watched Episode 189 of Dragon Ball Z. Cell returns.
Yes. Straight to the point. No fuss, no muss.
Straight to the energy blast point. I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Trunks is dead, by the way. Mine tries to put a little more of that fear in you. Tries to shows how big of a moment this is. Because for episode 189 of Dragon Ball, the original Japanese language title is A Nightmare in Broad Daylight.
Woo.
The terror becomes even more perfect.
That's winning every poetry slam.
It's like, I miss the 2000s when every song title was just a Dragon Ball episode title.
Oh man, speaking of which, I just have to comment because I've been listening to one of my favorite albums of the 2010s, entitled Sir Lucius Leftfoot, The Last Son of Chico Dusty. Do you know who the artist that is the product of?
I do not.
Big Boy of Outkast.
Ooh.
It's great. It's really great to listen to in 2025 because he has a line in one of his songs about Obama, and he's like, "You really think they're going to vote for Obama over Billy's baby mama?" And I was like, "Oh, Big Boy, you didn't know how how much that would make me cringe in 2025." But it's good. It's like, I don't know. If you like Killer Mike's new stuff, then you'll really like this 2010s, the height of the ATL's power and their grip on the rap game. But we got to come back to the grip of fear.
Look, this sounds like a different podcast you might need to develop.
Yeah. We'll talk about this off air.
Because we got to talk about Cell. It's not. There's not a breadth of plot that happens in this episode, but things do happen. Let's get to it. The smoke clears. Cell is back, baby. I do like that as we slowly tilt up over Cell's perfect bod, we have to see the reaction of everyone.
Every single person. Did any of them stand out to you? Because I didn't really clock this. I was too enthralled by what happens immediately after. But did any of those faces of shock and terror? Gohan's was good because I think we haven't seen him surprised or like fearful in a very long time. And I think it's also another episode where it's just like, it's a little off model. Everyone's a little off model today. Everybody's a little off model.
That's fine.
Yeah. And we don't deride it for that. But I have to jump. Here we do see Dende. First time, long time. Dende and Popo watching. Popo's like, Dende, what's happening down there? And he tells Popo what's going on. He's like, well, what can we do? And forget, Dende is also like 10. And he's like, Mr. Popo, I don't. And he looks away from Popo in like the way that like you catch a kid in a lie, and they're going to tell you the truth, but they're not sure how to face you yet and say it. Because Dende goes, I don't know. And Popo's like, what? Like, he's like, you don't know, but you're the guardian. You've been the guardian for a week.
You finished orientation, Dende.
No, I didn't, Mr. Popo.
What? Well, your supervisor should have guided you through your first day.
Mr. Popo, I couldn't log into the portal.
Well, then you had to put in a ticket with IT, Dende. Come on.
The IT software wasn't loaded on my machine, Mr. Popo. I'm sorry.
Look, tomorrow go down to the IT help desk. It's on the first floor.
Mr. Popo, I have to stop you right there. My badge has been deactivated.
What?
I can't move freely about the building.
We have to. Look, come in at 7:45. I will meet you out front. We'll get a new picture, so dress nice.
Bring your own apple box.
It's DMV rules. You only get one shot. Which
Popo, we call that Slim Shady rules.
and see, because the last, I feel like the DMV's lightened up some. But the last time I got my picture for my license, I was so frustrated with the process that PA has because it's bad and difficult. They're like, here's my time slot. I just want to get this done. I think it was during COVID too. And they're like, they take my picture. She's like, do you want another one? I'm like, I don't care. Just please give me my life. And my license picture, real bad. Don't care. Who cares?
I certainly don't. Delaware's DMV was pretty nice the last time I got mine done. I just had to stand in the booth. They had like a photo booth, and I just stood there, and it told me not to smile.
Automated.
And then everybody who saw my license plate, like, why are you so mad? I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm black. But oh god, that reminds me, I have to do my driver's license transfer.
Anyway. Yeah, audience, please remind Vince.
Please
slide into those DMs.
Yes, slide into my DMs to remind me to go onto the licensing website at ny.gov.
But in this, we as all this is going on, like we have a few cutaways of what's happening. I think we also have Jimmy Firecracker. He forgets that his mic doesn't work again, but one line in mine that I liked was, how much beyond the limits of our imagination these cell games are.
That's a good one.
And he's like, oh, my mic doesn't work. That was a good line.
Yeah, he's doing some of his best work in the face of immense crisis, but it falls on deaf ears. I noticed it. I don't think the cameraman is with them at all anymore, and I think that is just an omission. I don't think that's on purpose, but I would like to assume that the cameraman's like, fuck these guys, I'm out of here.
It's like, I can't do my job.
Yeah, camera's busted. And all I have is a screwdriver to fix it.
Yeah, I hope he's safe out there.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the cameraman. Big ups.
To rack focus for him out there.
Yeah.
Goku, King Kai, Bubbles, Gregory. The other world. King Kai's confirming Cell's alive. And Goku's like, you're telling me that I did all this for nothing?
Ooh.
And King Kai's like, yeah, Goku, you blew up my planet for nothing. Like almost word for word.
Yeah. It's that's interesting because King Kai keeps that line in mind, but Goku is like, "What? Cell tricked me again?
Again?
Again?" I was like, "When was the first time that you tricked Goku in particular?"
I'm gonna trick you 2 times. My fist hitting you and you hitting the floor. Yeah, go. Everyone in the afterlife right now is very upset.
Rightfully so.
When Goku said, "You mean it was for nothing?" I just imagined Chaozu just be like, "Feels bad, huh? Sucks, don't it?"
Hey Goku, let me have some of those tears. Salty.
Oh, Dende, come on. You went all the way to the afterlife to lick my tears?
Yeah, I didn't know I could do that, huh? I'm a clown prince of Dragon Ball. Nothing's off limits.
Just, can you just gather them up in a little cup first, please? You have a scratchy tongue like a cat.
Wow.
Too far. That's too far, Chaozu. You're freaking me out now.
Gregory. I don't know. I'm kind of into it. Bubbles, whoa!
Bubbles, save it for the comedy cellar.
And see.
Hey. He's got 10 minutes. He's gonna do.
Oh, Bubbles got a 10 easy. Bubbles can go up there and improv and people will love it.
But look, the Bubbles crowd work special. I'm watching it.
I'm watching that. Live on Netflix.
Yep. Right after Monday Night Raw.
Oh God. But and speaking of comedic timing, because we cut back, we actually do. There aren't a ton of like straight up transitions in Dragon Ball, and we got a screen wipe transition from Otherworld to the real world where Cell is facing down the Z fighters. And he has this line delivery, and I'm going to try my best to do it justice because it made me. All right, here we go. So you thought you'd never see me again, didn't you? Well, too bad.
Psych.
You thought you'd never see me again, didn't you? Got your nose.
Not my nose. My most striking feature.
Hey, Krillin, what's on your shirt?
Oh, I hope it's not some sort of mustard stain that 18 can see. My neck snaps.
Hey, Vegeta, your shoe's untied.
What? I'm wearing boots with little strappies, but let me look down.
Ah, made you look.
I am gonna get so... Ooh, you wait. I'm gonna get real mad soon.
What's big and green and mad all over?
Oh, you can't be talking about me. I've calmed down, son.
No, it is you, Piccolo.
What?
Gotcha.
Damn. Talking no jutsu. It's perfect.
And don't think I forgot you two in the back.
Oh no, he's going to roast our asses, Yamcha.
Oh, I can't take this.
Yamcha, please just stop shaking. Have some decor.
Oh, he peed his pants.
It's very loud.
It's natural.
Frying chicken in there, Yamcha.
3 Eyes got him.
Hey, so you're not so bad.
You want to go on tour?
Open for sale?
Perfect.
And scene.
And scene.
The kings of the
Dragon Kings of Comedy.
I guess that's it.
Or oh man. We're never gonna have that again, are we?
A group of comedians getting along enough to go on tour together.
Because instead they just all start fucking podcasts. Idiots.
You need a big. I think it is surprise. You would think that a mid-level group of comedians would get together, be like, we're going to do this tour and we're going to put out this special.
Mhm.
That's like, we each do half an hour.
Yep.
And it's a bunch of, like, someone would buy it, I feel like.
Absolutely.
That's a Hulu at least.
That would be a Hulu special. I don't think you could do Amazon these days. Amazon's not really interested in that. But yeah, no, Hulu's the right place for it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna hold that thought.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to that one.
Look, I'll get 30 minutes going.
Yeah. And I'll go recruit 2 relative unknowns.
So he goes on to explain how he got his groove back. He said, there's a little lump inside. There's a little lump inside. Where's my cell? Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little lump inside my head, Krabs. It's called my nucleus. And as long as it stays intact, I can regenerate. And we get a flashback to when he exploded good. There's only a little butthole left. It grows into another cell. And it's very gross.
I want to stop just because there's a difference here, because he explains that each one of his cells has a life of its own. So like when he taps on his brain, like it didn't quite line up. Mm-hmm. But I know that's where like the GIF and the meme comes from.
Yes.
And I will say cultural appropriation from the black guy doing it, because Cell did it first. But yeah, he's like, because each cell has a life of its own, if one of them survives, then he can regenerate and I can never die.
That is scarier. And that's what I remembered from the first time I watched it as a wee lad. So I'm like, but
I think the Japanese version is probably more accurate to the way that Jiro would have designed Cell, because we saw with Android 16 that like when he met his ultimate end, it wasn't just because his head got smashed in. There was like that one little chip that flew out, and then Cell smashed that, and that was the nail in the coffin for 16. So presumably you could have like uploaded whatever was on that hard drive. Like Bulba could have been like, oh, all of his data is in here, so I can rebuild him from that.
All his love of nature in this one chip.
Mm-hmm. All his squirrel girlfriends. Squirrel girls.
Careful.
What? You afraid I might start a squirrel stampede? No. Ugh. Shudder at the thought.
Armed and dangerous.
It's spider time. Well, look, we haven't played Marvel Rivals in a while.
We haven't.
Maybe
not
later.
Together. What's going on here? Okay, so Cell's
I thought I was going to get an answer on whether or not we're going to play Marvel Rivals later.
Maybe if we get done in time.
Yeah. Let's keep moving.
Cell's also like, so my Saiyan cells gave me a Zenkai boost, so I'm super strong.
I missed that part. Completely. But I got bullshit about how, well, one of my cells remembered the power of being perfect. So when I regenerated, I got that power. And also, somehow they remembered the instant transmission technique by being affected by it.
It's right. It's stupid. That's right there. Hey, because I have Saiyan cells, I also get a Zenkai boost. See, like editor's note. See the Namek saga.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's just like, I saw Goku do the instant transmission, so I know it now. It's great.
Which would also be a fine explanation, but just like the somehow Palpatine returned of it all, I was like, George Lucas, you stole from Dragon Ball. You stole from the Funimation dub.
Mm-hmm. A very good line from Cell. Quote, It seems that Son Goku, instead of defeating me, has given me several presents. Like the Kame House Party Christmas Special 2024. Check it out. It's kind of Christmas.
It features a parody song about Cell in particular that might be charting by this time next year.
It's like Christmas in Philly right now. If you had to go to work today in Philadelphia, what a crime.
Oh my God. The thing is, like, probably somebody went to work, but they got there and they realized that they were still drunk from the morning, like from the morning's breakfast beer that they had because the Eagles won.
Like, I'm not doing anything. Like, sorry, boss. The Eagles won.
My kids aren't going to school. Like, the dog's not going out for a walk.
Dog can poop in the house. It earned it.
And look, we salute Saquon Barkley's thighs, baby. Oh, you seen that man squat 600 pounds 4 times like it was nothing? Yeah.
Ugh.
He seems like a very nice man.
Well, that's also good. He won't use them for evil.
He won't use those thighs for evil.
After hearing all this, Gohan powers up, gets kind of excited. Cell inquires why, and Gohan goes, "I'm happy. I get to avenge my father."
Oh,
and
that's
then
good.
And finishes up with, "I wanted so much to kill you with my own hands."
Oh,
I know, Gohan.
I love that. I love that for Gohan. Because in mine, he does not say that. He's just like, I'm going to do what my dad would do, which is keep fighting. Like something like that. I was like,
No,
where's that dog? We want that Gohan dog.
I was about to say, Gohan, you owe us money, friend.
Yeah.
No, like us, like we would say. Like Vince and Aaron would say.
Keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Prime shows up. Nah, Gohan, I need dogs, man. Only way to beat Cells with dogs. You ain't no dog, Gohan. Shadur, go get that Cell boy.
Sorry, Gohan, you're I don't know the A system for college sports. I feel like he's not quad A. Sorry, Gohan.
Yeah, sorry, Gohan. We don't accept walk-ons at Oklahoma. These buffaloes don't walk, they run.
His mom's trying to get him in at like age 13.
Sorry, Miss Chi-Chi. See, I respect you. I said Miss Chi-Chi. But your son ain't gonna play for me. He ain't no dog. And I know dogs. Now how you look in the reflection of my sunglasses? You look good, don't you?
I wish I could participate, but I am just enjoying this. Gohan. And it warrants Vegeta's face that he gives Gohan. So then, at this point, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Trunks is down."
Yeah,
and
everybody remembers that Trunks is really, really dead, quote unquote.
Maybe he did a big cough up of blood.
Yep.
And then Vegeta has a flashback to the past 10 minutes.
How did we write the same amount of time in our notes?
You're flashbacking to stuff that happened 10 seconds ago.
And like you said at the top that this episode, not a lot moves, but a lot happens. I knew I was in trouble when like it always says, "Hey, do you want to skip the intro song?" And then it said, "Hey, do you want to skip the recap?" Because the announcer had nothing to add, and then Vegeta basically gave us a flashback recap of the first 10 minutes of the episode.
It's crazy.
But it was worth it because the internal monologue just it had Vegeta like reeling over the fact that this is all Kakarot's fault. Not only that, but I've neglected my son. Like
say that
Vegeta has like a real. What'd you say?
He doesn't say that in mine. You feel it, but he does not say like.
Oh yeah, he has to vocalize it for the American audience. And he's like, I won't let my son die in vain. I vow, Cell, I'll make you pay for this. I'll make you pay. And then, right as Vegeta lunges, and his power definitely spikes because everybody looks over, but he lunges at Cell in base form. Like, is he gonna go die? Like, what is he doing? Transforms into Super Saiyan and fires a massive energy volley with one hand. And as it looks like it's about to hit Cell, we cut to commercial.
Hey, Riley.
Yeah, Andrew?
Do you want to make a podcast ad?
I do, but what would we mention?
So I think that we could probably put together an ad for a show called The Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we. You know, it's a podcast where we both pitch each other podcast ideas instead of doing one ourselves.
Yeah, it's a podcast pilot pitching project. Totally. We should mention that it's a comedy show, right? Where we throw out ideas like getting weirdly deep into the themes of Jumanji.
Is that one a podcast?
No. It's a podcast idea that is actually a front for me to talk to you about hyperfixations I got.
Oh, that's most of the things that you hit me with. What about instead if we just talked about all the different ways you could do a rewatch of Lost?
Oh, that sounds like you just did what I did, but you said it in a positive voice.
Okay, and along the way, what if we pitched ideas like, I don't know, Epic Rap Battles of Mystery, the Lin-Manuel Miranda podcast?
Listen to the Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we on your podcatcher of choice on the Moonshot Network. Hi-ho!
Hi-ho! Every Friday.
I think for about 5 to 7 minutes of this episode is Vegeta just blasting. It lasts a long time.
It lasts a long time. And it lasts so long that like Johnny Firecracker has a little bit of a chime in. Like he forgets again that he doesn't have an audience. He's like, who is this competitor? He's really giving Cell what for? Like he gives him one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote my notes. Fucking love it. I love this man. Because I think after that, he slams the microphone down on the ground. Like a touchdown. Like the Eagles! Yeah!
At the beginning of the second half, we got to remind you.
Quickly forget. Don't let an Eagles fan in your life do this for too long. They routed the Chiefs, a team that everybody hated. So
how long do they get to celebrate for?
I think if you live in Philly, you get until Thursday. Friday's Valentine's Day.
Okay,
Find somebody to love. Go Birds.
If you don't live in Philly.
If you don't live in Philly, you got today. Like I wore my jersey out today.
Were you assaulted because?
No, I was not assaulted, and I was brought down to earth because a lot of people that I work with were like, "So wait, your jersey? Oh, did they play in the Super Bowl?" Yeah, not a lot of people watched it.
Yeah,
in my
that
work
makes
orbit.
sense.
And a lot of people were like, I didn't like either team, so I didn't watch it. I did get a few go Birds or nice jerseys out in Soho. The Philly fans were out. It caught me off guard because I was also walking my puppy, and people were like, "Hey, Eagles!" And I was like, "Huh? Yeah, thanks. You too."
Her name's Bisbee, actually.
Yeah. Her name's Bisbee. She's a border collie. She's 4 months old. What?
What?
What? Did he
So-
say his dog's name's Saquon Barkley? That is a good dog name, though.
Mhm. Any bark in there.
Yeah. Sir Charles.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, now they're out here naming dogs after me. Boo. I don't like it.
You have to if your name contains a bark, a woof, or a ruff, you just have to accept it.
Ooh, maybe you name your dog Roughing the Passer because they sacked Pat Mahomes so many times. Boom! EGLESES Eagles.
Yeah, you spelled it right. So 10-minute Vegeta it's when we say he's blasting, he's not just like it's not a beam.
Mhm.
It is his dump and pump.
Yes.
Just fast as hell. A giant dust cloud that takes forever to settle.
Mm-hmm.
He does stop eventually. We don't know. He thinks he's gotten Cell, and that Gohan is, of course, the first one to sense that something is amiss, because when Cell appears out of the smoke, the music drops.
Yep.
Just cuts
Oh wait,
off.
you got mute. I don't know. I don't know if I had that same hard drop, but that sounds way better than mine.
Yeah, it was music, and then Cell appears, hard drop. As Vegeta, as Cell he just smacks him down to the earth.
Oh, and then like Vegeta is not when he broke his arm. That was like one thing. When 18 broke his arm, and he's like, in so much pain that he passes out. This one, he kind of almost craters into the ground and is just like crumpled. Like, I don't want to be dismissive. Like, I think an apt comparison is like when, unfortunately, because we've been talking about the NFL, there was a player that got a concussion in the beginning of the season, and like the way that his body kind of contorted in like pain and agony from being hit so hard in the head, it's the way Vegeta looked, just like gasping for air, like mangled arms, just brutal.
It's Vegeta is he's pride and body thoroughly broken.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cell says, "Away with you, Vegeta." Away with you.
Away with you. I don't think not as good as what he says in mine, because he's coming back. He has like a comeback from when Vegeta was firing the volley of blast. Where Vegeta was like, "Come out here, Cell, it's over." Like, and then as he's firing that blast, he goes, "It's over when I say it's over."
Ooh.
But then, as that blast is heading towards Vegeta, which will surely kill him, Gohan jumps in front and takes and not just takes, he tanks that hit. Because they cut to a wide shot, and the black, like, because we have dust cloud compared to dust clouds, and that dust cloud shook the earth. It was so big.
Yeah, I think it seemed like Gohan's attempt was to move Vegeta out of the way. And he's just I think just to show that, like, yeah, Cell has gotten stronger, because Gohan should have been able to before Gohan would have easily been able to. We've seen him get people out of the way of Cell's attacks. Not 2 episodes ago.
Right. So we have to assume that the Zenkai boost, do you think that's gotten him to Gohan's level of Super Saiyan 2? He's got the same electric crackling, but they never explicitly say it in mine.
Maybe. I mean, he should be able to go Super Cell.
Yeah. So maybe this is Super Perfect Cell.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of like if that is a transformation in Sparking Zero, because I believe Sparking Zero is full canon, and not Nick Cannon. Because even though they do like producing children, but only one would win in a rap battle in Wild and Out, and it's Cell. I'm not going to do that impression because I'm not a good rapper. We already invoked Kendrick's name once. But I think if we put our heads together, Aaron, we could probably beat Drake in a rap battle. Anyway.
Freestyle? No, it's just like we have bars prepared.
Oh yeah. You think Drake's gonna ever show up to freestyle anybody? No way. And Noel.
Yeah, it's a Christmas rap battle.
Oh, Aaron, you could take a back seat. I'll roast his ass like chestnuts over the fire, baby. I'll be all bristly like a Douglas. Halo around his head like a wreath, baby.
He's dead.
He's dead.
We
turn that drizzy to a snow flurry. Bitch, I'm back.
BBL like 2 snow globes.
Oh, Drake, we got those Christmas bars for that ass.
Sitting on your morals. I think, yeah, you're right. So Drake, look. Here, Drake, what you can do is you can fly us both out first class to Toronto. You name a date and time.
Mm-hmm.
And again, buy our tickets and hotel. And we will rap battle you in front of how big or small of an audience you want.
Yeah. You get to choose the audience size. Yeah, we rolled with disadvantage on this rap battle to Drake.
I know it doesn't seem fair. 2 against 1. You can bring someone else.
Mm-hmm. But that other person has to be a podcaster.
Yeah. It's a loosely defined term.
Yeah. We're giving you the whole breadth of the podcast genre.
They talking into a microphone for an hours at a time.
You know, it's Drake's gonna bring Hawk to her. he's gonna show up with Haley Welch, and she's gonna come with those Southern bars, that dirty South.
Too old.
Got him. He
has to bring Nick Cannon. That has to, like, against you.
Oh God, I'd probably be stronger than ever if I was facing across the stage from Nick Cannon with a mic in my hand.
It stops turning into a rap battle, and you're just like, Vince, you're just insulting him directly.
You're a pigeon-toed fool, Nick. What? Damn.
Vince just kept saying drum line more like dumb line for 2 minutes.
And Aaron, the crowd of Canadian PMs loved it. Trudeau was on our side.
Trudeau, he loves this podcast.
Yeah, of course.
It's the only thing allowed across the border.
Yeah, this is Canada's podcast.
Yeah, Honeybee, you let us know if we're still in Canada, if we got stopped.
Yeah, did we get stopped at the digital border?
So the dust clears. We get a little levity because the humans, they all get blasted back one at a time. Three Stooges style land against a rock, and they all pile onto each other And of course, the biggest man is the last one. And Hercule, Piroshki, and Pizza have little X's in their eyes. So they died
Yeah,
by
canon, they're
cartoon
dead.
logic.
Cartoon logic dead.
Everyone's mad at Vegeta,
Yeah.
especially Krillin. Krillin really, now that Vegeta's like knocked out, he's very emboldened. He goes, "Vegeta, you stupid bastard! Trunks gonna get brought back to life with the Dragon Balls!" Stupid bastard.
Stupid bastard. Whoa. Yeah, they didn't keep that in the funny dub. Nothing
Gohan's
funny
an
about
adult
that.
now, I can swear.
But I wrote in my notes like I'm still kind of on Vegeta's side.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think of it from Vegeta's perspective, I mean, he's been upstaged. Not only he was first upstaged by Kakarot's power and his ability to go toe to toe with Cell in the first round of the Cell games. Second, Gohan outclassing all of them. Third, he never even got a chance to fight Cell with all of the training that he got in the time chamber, all that extra time to hone his skills. He still never got to show that off. He definitely had built a relationship with his son that was now taken away from him. So yes, his anger and frustration boiling over to that point is, I think, warranted. I wonder if they do, because Aaron, this is what's going to happen over the next 10 years of anime. Because it's happening with One Piece already. They've remade and reanimated like the first major arc. They're doing the Naruto one. They started off, they were just going to do the Sasuke retrieval arc or something. They were going to do like a very limited run. And I think that's probably going to be like the entire first season of Naruto. I truly believe in the next 5 years, they are going to announce a Yu Yu Hakusho remake in the same way that Hunter x Hunter got one. So this will get it. This will, because Daima is not succeeding or not hitting as hard as they wanted. I think the Cell Games saga doing a full remaster, not like a Kai, but like shot for like they modernize it, they make it cool, hip, and new right before they come out with Super 2 or something like that. Like if I have my wish, in this moment, Vegeta flashes Super Saiyan 2, like in his rage and outburst. Like Cell gets shook, not just because it's like an anger burst, but it's got that Super Saiyan 2 juice because he's angry enough. That's what activated for Gohan was his anger, and nobody's more angry than Vegeta.
And that seeing his son down, remembering that his son died.
Yeah. And I hope they keep the quality of the flashback the same.
Yeah, the remaster, please. The full flashback, even more, honestly.
Yeah, luxuriated it. I don't care.
Piccolo is looking for we do see Gohan. He's very messed up now. It seems like his whole left side, he's clutching his left arm, doesn't seem to be working. He's tattered up,
dripping blood.
Mm-hmm. Piccolo's like, "Who's got a sensu bean for my son?"
Sorry, Piccolo, we're all out. I definitely didn't force feed them all to Android 18.
She's coughing up beans. What are you doing?
Oh, I forgot. They don't eat food.
Well, you can't give Gohan a used one. That's gross.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to eat them.
You've got a big spoon. like a comedy sketch prop.
Oh, this?
And a baby bonnet.
Just my battle attire. Roshi gave it to me.
Now that I believe. Flashback to Kame.
Flashback to.
It's called baby play, Krillin. Wear a diaper and get treated like a kid, but in a sexy way.
Baby play, huh? Baby play.
Ball guys like us, it's perfect.
Worked for me too.
Turtle, you put on a little diaper.
It really helped me come out of my shell sexually.
And scene. After Dark Boys.
They got one scene in.
They got one dirty, nasty scene in.
Mm-hmm.
Never again. This is not in our Christian podcast.
Our good Christian podcast.
But then Gohan, he's half done. And that's when Cell, he puts those hands in that very familiar position, starts powering up a Kamehameha. And his last line for the episode is, I will no longer tolerate you. Let you and the whole earth cease to exist.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you jive with this? Gohan, I'm going to kill you and then all of your friends before I destroy the earth. And remember, I will live forever.
That's good.
Coach
That's better
Prime.
than good.
That's dope. That's dope right there.
He's on the team.
Hey, Still, I got NIL money that gets you on Oklahoma easy.
Can I major in theater?
Baby, you can major in whatever you want. As long as you play football, you put on these pads.
I have
Put on these cool sunglasses.
No, those sunglasses. Selling sunglasses, that's cool as hell.
That's cool as hell. That's cool as hell.
That'll be my first endorsement deal. That'll be my motto.
Ray-Bans introduced. Cool as hell. I don't see haters anymore, and they can't see me. Who's that? John Cena. This is a Ray-Ban Super Bowl ad, and I'm Perfect Cell.
Look, there's 10 other celebrities. Lucy Liu, Chris Evans.
He's just naming them.
Adam Scott, Amy Poehler, Rashida Jones.
Mayim Bialik.
Ed Helmsley.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Shamik Moore.
Had musical guest Weird Al.
Yeah, so Perfect Cell's just doing the SNL.
Oh man, I would eventually Lauren's gonna realize that anime is big with the kids, and he's gonna hire Perfect Cell to do the announcing.
Who do you think? I wonder what the demographic for SNL is now. It's just olds.
It's olds. It's elder millennials and Gen X.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Because
it's
like
too woke for boomers.
It's so woke for boomers.
They have women doing comedy. We can't have that.
They hate Sarah Squirm.
Mm-hmm. Why isn't she nice? She's rude.
Why did she pander to me? Do something like The Office and spill chili everywhere.
Where are the jokes about Roth IRAs? And
We like calling jokes.
Scott.
I'd buy a reverse mortgage from him any day.
We only like half of Weekend Update.
Change his mugs to the camera,
Just
twirling his pencil.
I notice he's just drinking heavily.
Oh yeah,
every episode now. Don't blame you.
Just every episode, the crowd does something he hates. He's just like,
what?
I hope on SNL 50 they do that to Che. He just like gets up. He's like, "Fuck you."
If he just quit halfway through, that would be the. If he just quits like halfway through Weekend Update.
Oh my god. They replaced him with Scarlett Johansson immediately.
I'm just waiting for the. I'm waiting for the cast to just all celebrities. Which they tried. They tried it 1 year.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
But isn't that famously the very bad year?
Because I think it was Robert Downey Jr. and the rest. Like just half the Brat Pack, I think, were SNL'd.
Yeah, and it didn't work. And it wouldn't work this time.
Nope.
But what does work is SNL cast members getting all the game show money. And I honestly think they deserve it of all people. They should. If you leave SNL, your retirement package is a Netflix or streaming game show host spot. But we end the episode on one of the precipice of the most talked about, maligned, probably overextended Dragon Ball Z sequences, and you'll have to tune in next week to hear our hot takes on what's about to happen. But we've got some other takes we got to get to. At least one email, right?
I think let's get one email. How about from Rick? I think that's the next one in line. Yes. So this is from Rick. They've written to us before. Rick says, "Hi guys, I just finished catching up on the podcast. So close to my favorite part when Gohan's arrogance gets his father killed, his arm broke, and the appearance of Perfect Cell. He goes by many names. This is just what he's called in Sparking Zero. It's hard when your favorite character is a villain, as you know they will inevitably be defeated. I wish they would have brought him back properly in Superhero, as Cell Max is just a yelling monster. I was really let down by the part of the movie. Oh, interesting. When you finish the Cell Games arc, you will be taking a break to go back and watch some of the movies you haven't covered? ? Cooler's Revenge and Super Android 13 would be fun. In addition, BoJack Unbound is one of the few movies that could fit in a canon-wise, as it takes place right after the Cell Games. In my own watch through, I have about 33 episodes and 2 movies left of Super. I'm annoyed they didn't at least release the first 3 episodes of Diamond's dub shown in theaters, because now I have to wait longer to watch the whole thing through as the final part of my Dragon Ball marathon. Vince, last episode you mentioned getting the DLC for Sparking Zero. Have you had a chance to try out the characters? Who's your favorite? I think they are all awesome, but standouts for me are Base Piccolo, Super, and of course, Orange Piccolo. It's bittersweet catching up on the podcast. I can finally write in and comment on current events, but now I have to wait so long between episodes. Anyway, thank you for all the laughs along the way, Rick. Rick, that was how very nice.
Thank you, Rick. And yeah. I haven't been playing a lot of video games, unfortunately. But I was pleasantly surprised, Aaron, when I did open my PlayStation Network and
it worked.
Remembered my individual Vince cells remembered that I purchased the very expensive version of Sparking Zero, which came with the season pass. So I have that stuff. It's downloaded.
Ooh.
I just haven't played it.
Okay.
But I have a feeling I'm really gonna like playing as superhero base Gohan.
Glasses.
With the glasses. Because I think I'll definitely enjoy all of those transformations and truly fight what is it? My team comp in Fighter Z was Perfect Cell, the adult Gohan, so that is Buu
Mhm.
Saga Gohan. And who did I round that out with? I think it was Super Saiyan Goku, not yeah, it was Super Saiyan Goku. So like that was like when I was really into it, that was my comp. And I I think I maybe had a 30% win rate online.
Not bad. Oh,
Not bad.
online, pretty good.
Yeah. I was selecting my lobbies very carefully though. And I was definitely playing in off peak hours. But when I do, we'll make sure that I give a report card on the DLC. And while we're at it, I hope Sparking Zero gets a Diamond DLC. I think that'd be fun as hell.
No,
Um,
because you gotta fight as Hybis.
you gotta, oh my God. You got a team comp of Hybis, Hercule,
A
the-
third. The rest.
and Goten, a very annoying team comp. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. I think we talked about this before when we covered superhero, but Cell Max was a cool addition. I understand if you're a fan of Cell, him just being there isn't. It's not doing what you like about Cell justice.
Mhm.
It's Cell and he's big now.
Yeah, it's Red Cell and he's big now and he's dumb. But I think there's like I didn't dislike it and yeah, I'm with you. I get where Rick is coming from. I know I talk about this a lot, but Mondo Cool aggregates a lot of Dragon Ball fan fiction, like fan manga, fan manga. And there is, and I forget the series, but it is kind of an alt history where Perfect Cell comes back when Gohan is an adult, like after the Buu saga,
Mhm.
and is like Vegeta, extremely disappointed in how weak he is. And to bring out the old Gohan, he does something truly horrific in front of
Ooh.
Gohan. Like
Oh.
something that Toriyama would never, ever
Not
do,
Chi-Chi.
or
Not Videl.
something like I don't think
Not
if like
Goten.
somebody pitched it to Crunchyroll, they'd be like, no, absolutely not, you can't do this. But whoever the creator is does it in theirs, and it is appropriately evil for how vicious Perfect Cell is. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get another super movie. Like it's going to happen, and I think we may get or like in Super 2,
Mhm.
they're gonna find a way to bring Cell back again. Like
all bets are off.
yeah,
There's no one guiding the ship.
yeah. It's rudderless and they are they're gonna use the diamond excuse to like do some weird stuff with it. I'm cautiously optimistic, and I'll watch it, but we got to get to some of those other things that I
know.
talked
I
about.
mean-
They gotta give me my Naruto remake. I don't care. I wanted the 5-episode thing. That's all I wanted.
We might. Yeah. So far, this is I think 2 people saying we need to cover the movies again.
I think I have a feeling. I think we would have the most fun covering the Super 13, or was it Super 17?
Super Android 13.
Super Android 13 would definitely be a fun one. I haven't watched Cooler's Revenge in a really long time, so maybe we do that after this saga's done.
Ooh, but then we're delaying the Great
I know.
Saiyan Man. I want to see
I
him.
know, buddy. I know. It'll be fine. You'll get your
I
Great
want
Saiyan
to be
Man.
disappointed. I need Gohan to go on a date.
You need to go on a date. You need Gohan daydreaming. You ready for Gohan's daydreams, buddy?
I need him to play baseball good.
Baseball's back.
But Rick, thank you so much for writing in. And hey, sorry, you're back to reality, and you have to wait a week or longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. After this, it's gonna be wild because I'll be the one gone. But that's it for this episode.
And just Miranda, thank you for your email. We will get to it on the next episode because Miranda has a basketball question, and I am chomping at the bit to talk about it.
It seems like they were more a fan of you than me, so I'm just like, we can skip it.
Yeah, of course. That's only fair. So CTAs, we got a Patreon. Check it out. $3 a month. You get access to a full year of bonus content that we worked pretty hard on. I made a bunch of PowerPoints. You'll enjoy thumbing through them. Thinking Too Hard About Anime just started their break, but check out the last season. You'll really enjoy Aaron and Noah's breakdown of the end of the Evangelion. Was it the last?
All of Evangelion.
All of
the end, the rebuild, the rest.
A comprehensive compendium of that boy Shinji cranking it, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
And don't forget to patronize the Moonshot Network. We are part of the Moonshot Network of podcasts. I don't know if you know this, Aaron, but Riley and Andrew are back doing the podcast minds, and I'm getting caught up on the 2025 stuff, and it's good stuff.
Podcasting's good again.
Podcasting's good again.
The Moonshot Network also has their own Patreon, where if you support them, that directly supports us.
Mm-hmm. And another way you can directly support us, you already heard about Tokyo Treat Box, so I'll just say, get yourself a Tokyo Treat Box for a loved one, a friend. Get that for a foe. Make them question why they're mad at you for whatever it is.
Say, Drake, I heard you like Tokyo Treat Box. Also, please create a rap battle for us to have with you.
Snacking like us. Snacking like us. Gobble up. Gobble up. Gobble up. But here's one. Don't turn your DBZ off, okay? Because whether you just got back to reality and started roasting the Z-Boys, or you're Jimmy Firecracker and you're reporting on the EAGLES Eagles, you gotta keep